Hopefully your daughter.
My daughter what?
That hopefully your daughter didn't see it.
No, she didn't. It was in like the storage room. We keep it locked. Okay. We're doing an AMA on Tuesday night for our new crypto services partner. We'll probably do a giveaway to try to get people to join it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just gonna give this a couple more minutes. If there's not a lot of people, we'll do a short one. We didn't really advertise this AMA super hard because we're still kind of waiting for, version 2 of the platform, which I'll give some updates on at the very least. Okay. All right, so I got a question for you guys. How many of you know what percentage of CoinMerge profits from our utility go back to the holders? Does anyone here know what percentage? Requested one. Looks like Yama's knows. All right. What percentage of CoinMerge LLC what percentage of CoinMerge LLC revenue from our utilities goes back to the holders? The answer is 100%. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is what it is. People will join if they join. Yeah, so I want to talk about some of the updates on the V2 of the platform. Our developer did a lot of work. He has PC and mobile working both very, very well. Essentially, there were some issues with the keyboard on the mobile version and some of the UI and pop-ups and the way things load in. But he really has designed this to be its own operating system. And it just responds dynamically based on whatever screen size you have, whatever device you have. It's just far, far more optimized than previous versions. So it's definitely some exciting stuff. Anything to add, Lloyd? There's like four people here, so it's kind of like wasting breath. I'm like, I'll
Yeah,
be
I know. I mean, I think we've talked about it. It's just people will believe it when they see it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're just waiting until the 5th, and then the thing is that we're not advertising these AMAs. We really need to be doing we really need to be doing giveaways for all these AMAs, and we need to be advertising them throughout the week. And I think what we're doing is fine because we advertise the ones where we actually have big announcements. And of course, you know, um, the one next week is going to be pretty big because it's going to be a couple days out from the launch of V2. So I think for now we can just hang out, let everyone speak, and people can ask questions or if they want, or otherwise just listen in to me and you talk about the platform.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
if
What's
I may, it's in the name as an AMA. So on the days that we don't have, that you guys don't have a whole bunch of stuff to release and info to go over, use that as an opportunity to maybe advertise. If you have any questions about what we're doing or what's coming up, now's the time to ask because we don't have a million things to get through. You know,
That's yes, that's literally what I just did. I love you, Yamas.
I'm sorry. I was doing something on the computer and half listening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm looking at V2 right now. I'll just talk about some of the things. I'm looking at it on computer. Um, there was this issue where when people were typing in to write a message, it was doing an autofill where like as if whenever you go to a website and you click to log in, sometimes it'll autofill your username and password. I'm sure people are familiar with that. You click it and it says it's like it's your computer doing it. It says like, hey, autofill this username and password box with your username and password. Kind of like if you've ever signed up to like order something online, it like autofills your address in. It gives you that option for autofill. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our website on our chat rooms, we're trying to get it was like registering it as like as if it was a spot for people to autofill. So we fixed that this week on the beta, and we also made it so all the keyboards are super responsive. For some reason, the way he changed it to load in, the website loads way better. Everything loads instantly. Have you noticed that, Lloyd? Playing around with the beta?
Yeah, playing around with the beta, like it's almost unreal, like how fast and responsive it is.
Yeah, especially compared to what we had. And the other thing that we found out that's going to be a major boon to our platform is why we're gonna I think we're gonna moon when V2 launches is because there were sizing issues that our developer wasn't aware of. Because our developer has all of his devices set to 100% zoom. But recently Windows and Mac and even mobile devices changed the default zoom is 125%. I don't know if you guys knew that. But because of that, our old platform V1, everything looked bigger than it was supposed to look on people's devices, and our dev wasn't noticing it because his was default set to 100% because he manually set it that way and he didn't realize that everyone else's devices were making it more blown up and zoomed in. So when people were coming to this, and us on the team were like, oh, we can just fix that by zooming out our browser to 75%, and then the UI looks correct the way it is, because obviously 75% and 25% average out to 100%. But people didn't realize that, and so people were flooding our UI and saying the way the platform looks isn't the way it's supposed to look. And we finally figured out the way why. And so for V2, everything's going to look amazing on every single device. Everything's going to load instantly on every single device. You're going to be able the biggest thing though is the navigation, wouldn't you say, Lloyd?
Yeah, I mean,
The,
the
the,
sizing
the,
was it was it was bad, and I'm glad that we finally, figured it out and everything. And when it came to the navigation, it was just, that's why we kind of came up with that one-page solution, how it evolved to it, because not only does sorry, I'm on a Peloton right now, but kind of out of breath. But when it comes to the navigation and having the one-page solution, being able to click and go to a certain page and it be up there almost instantaneously instead of loading each page individually, it's a big difference.
There's no doubt. And the other thing that's going on is as I'm advertising V2, I'm noticing that all of a sudden, there's been some garnered interest from multiple investment groups, as well as multiple tokens, for making the commitment to switch over and use our platform instead of Telegram. And making the switch, just like people make the switch to Discord, people make the switch to CoinMerge.io and our mobile applications, which are on the Apple and Android store for free, of course. We're getting some commitments, and I think when they see V2 and they see the functionality of it, the smoothness, and not for nothing, but in the month after its release, all the optimizations and feature additions that are going to happen, I really think that it's not going to be that hard to convince certain communities, especially smaller tokens, to move over to CoinMerge.io. And once that starts to happen, our user count goes through the roof and our ad revenue goes through the roof. And with all that revenue, I said it earlier, but where does 100% of our business revenue go to? Back to the holders in the form of buybacks. We don't keep any ad revenue from our platform. So if someone advertises with us, and let's take Dex Tools as an example, if we can get a user count like Dex Tools, and I think we're going to have better functionality than Dex Tools, I'll be honest with you. If we can get a user count like Dex Tools and we're charging $8,000 a day for an ad, and they don't even do one ad at a time, they do a rotating banner ad. So more or less, like, 4 or 5 different tokens will be on that rotating banner. So they're making $25K a day. Can you imagine when CoinMerge LLC is making $25,000 a day and 100% of that money goes into buying back our token? Can you imagine 25K of buys every single day? And none of those buys are sold. Those tokens are essentially burned. That's what we're looking at in this. It's not even a long-term vision anymore. With V2, it's pretty close, in my opinion. We are going to see our metrics drastically improve when we move our own community over there, and then we just move a couple tokens over there, move a couple investment groups, move a couple call channels, and I really think that we're going to have thousands and then soon to be tens of thousands of daily users on there, and we can really start to capitalize on that in terms of marketing tokens, especially when we get the social media newsfeed, which will be more towards June. And tokens can pay to show up in people's newsfeed in the same place that they chat, in the same place that they look at charts, in the same place they trade, the same place they vote, the same place they learn. We're really creating something, in my opinion, revolutionary here. And I think that the holders are going to win. The long-term holders are going to win.
I know that once the V2 swap is in play, I will very likely not be seen on Telegram there, hit them all. Hey, but if I recall, you were saying with the V2 is also coming push notifications for the chat, to where if I have my phone screen off, I still get a notification that somebody responded or commented or whatever.
But you're asking if we will? Yeah, I mean, it won't be right with the release of V2.0.0. But yeah, I mean, we have the code and technical ability and functionality to add push notifications to our platform, and our social media expert A1 has said time and time again that notifications are the heroin of social media. Like,
exactly.
what keeps people on is all those little lights and bells and whistles, all the 3 missed notifications. It gets you excited because it's like opening a present, right? You're opening a box, you don't know what's going to be inside. And the present is always socialization, which, you know, humans are social creatures. So it's a natural need, just like food, just like everything else. Especially in times with COVID and everyone being inside, you know, more than ever, people are taking to the internet to communicate with each other. I mean, this isn't new. Like, this is something that's been going on for 20 years. This slow move from IRL socialization to internet socialization. So, but the important thing to note here is that we can utilize these human behaviors and human needs to communicate and to feel like they are connected in some way to you know, build our platform to meet those, what people are looking for and what makes them excited to log on and see new things. And in addition to that, the cool thing about crypto social media is not only are we hitting on those social needs with those notifications and missed messages and you know, those social opportunities, but we're also hitting on people's you know, desire to make money and the addiction of cryptocurrency and looking at a chart and seeing that the value of their token has gone up or down. That's also incredibly exciting for people to experience when you combine all these things, to combine the ability to make money and talk with people and connect with people all into one place. I think we have a winning ticket here.
Absolutely.
If I could speak just a little bit about, you know, that when it comes to learning, you know, in cryptocurrency, learning about a project and all those things, what CoinMerge, you know, what we're doing is combining all those things that used to take, you know, 100, you know, tens of 20s of clicks to try to figure out what this project is about. Why is it mooning? Why is people invested in this? Am I too late to the game, etc.? You know, on the CoinMerge platform, it's within 2 clicks, you're talking to the devs. You're talking, you know, with the people of the team. Within 1 click, you're on their project page. You're looking at, you know, what their utility is going to be, what they're all about, etc. So, in my mind, combining all the features of, you know, Telegram, Twitter, you know, even their own website, you know, their information about a project all in one, and it's all there while you're still continuing to, you know, harness information from, you know, the chat. It's a simpler process for people to get into a certain project, you know.
Yeah, and it also opens the door for smaller, lesser known projects to reach a whole new community. Because if you're, you know, communicating on CoinMerge platform, there's going to be less competition. I mean, if you try to advertise on Twitter or on Telegram, you're just going to get lost in the sauce, right? You're going to be like throwing your name out to billions and billions of people, or millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions of people, and it's going to be hard to cut through there. But if you're a smaller token, it might actually be beneficial to move to our platform because it will have less users, and it will have more real users, and it will have less bots, and where people aren't going to experience shillers, at least not at first. You know, just an army of people asking for if people need marketing help. And if we get to the point where those people do come to our platform, well, then all the token holders have probably mooned because we made it, we got adopted. So that'll be a good problem to have if we're so bullish, people are so bullish on our platform that they're that shillers start showing up. So if anyone has any questions about CoinMerge LLC, our utility, where we're going, version 2, which comes out the 5th, our marketing, our business model, or anything else, just let us know. Right now, you can just raise your request to speak. Otherwise, we'll probably end this here pretty soon. We're still kind of waiting for we're waiting for our big push out, the 5th of February. So when that happens, we'll be advertising these spaces a little bit more and getting more people on here and getting more people excited and ready for our next bull run up.
5th of April, just so everyone's
Yeah.
clear.
What did I say 2-5? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're going back in time to release this thing.
Yeah, we're changing, physics for everybody. We're going back in time.
What's up, Mike? Hey, well, good, man. How are you? How's your Saturday?
Been good, man. Productive. It was a good day, good weather. Cannot complain. How's your Saturday going?
Yeah, it's pretty solid. My wife might be going into labor here. I don't know.
Shit, it's about to get exciting.
Yeah. She's in that phase where she's like, I feel like these are contractions, but maybe not. I know. So I'm kind of like, my head isn't fully in this AMA right now because my wife is going to give birth.
Yeah,
but,
man, I can understand that. So,
no, but it's good other than that.
for an outsider, for somebody that's not into the project, what are some of the ways? Like, how do you guys plan on exposure? What's your I don't care about the charts. Like, what's your exposure plan to take over Twitter? Let's say, if that's a goal.
Yeah, well, it has to start with a good utility doesn't necessarily sell itself. Of course, we know that. Like, even if we make our platform awesome and crypto specific and the functionality is amazing and tons of people are using it, it's not necessarily going to get adopted. Crypto.com pays 400 million in marketing every year. It's not even an exaggeration. We do know that we have to market, we have to pay to market, and we have to expose ourselves in those ways. So we like to get creative so we don't have to spend as much money in our marketing in general and can put more towards development, the stuff that's going to help us with long-term success. But for example, when version 2 comes out next month, we've already talked to a couple different tokens that and a couple different investment groups that have agreed to start building their communities on CoinMerge platform, a social media platform. And that's just, to me, that plants the seed, because as soon as people hear that there are investors there and tokens hear that there's money to be made there and that they can reach new investors over there and kind of cut through the competition of Twitter, of Telegram, of Discord, it's going to get people talking, and it's going to increase our user metrics, and we can use those metrics to advertise, to get ad revenue. So it's going to be a combination of paid marketing, and as we get more money from that revenue from the volume tax on the token and all those things, we're going to be able to ramp up the marketing of our platform. And it's going to have curb appeal too. Like, we've probably had, I don't know, probably like 40,000 people is my guess, actually come to our platform and see the front page. We have 10,020 of those so far have signed up. We have 10,000 users. But a lot of people probably just looked at it and were like, what is this? Whatever. I'm not signing up. I'm not giving you my email. I can't be bothered. And so continuing to make our platform have curb appeal so that when you log on, it's intuitive and it looks amazing and it looks professional and it looks like something you want to sign up to is going to increase the amount of users that sign up. And it's also going to increase the amount of users that tell their friends about it. So it's going to be a combination of paid marketing, organic reach, and people just spreading word of mouth. And again, just to conclude, whenever there's a money opportunity, people will take advantage of it. Tokens that are looking to get their name out there in a different way will take advantage of it.
I see. Yeah, that sounds really good. And what's your plans for people that's not into crypto? Are you guys planning on targeting those people to make it user friendly to get on, or what's your plan for that?
Yeah, well, that was we actually made an education part of our platform. You can go on there right now, coinmerge.io/crypto-defined. And we've actually made a bunch of educational videos and definitions for different crypto terms and things to try to make it easier for users who've never been into crypto to get into it and start with us. Because that is our ultimate goal, is that someone that's not in crypto can come to us, use our trading services to buy cryptocurrency with fiat, and then beginning to trade into DeFi and also learn about all the things that they need to learn about, all on the one platform. So it's definitely in our goals, and there's definitely more development we need to do to make it more user friendly. For example, when you log in, we built out a UI so that a pop-up shows up. It's like, hey, are you new to crypto? Are you new to CoinMerge? Like, here's how you get started. And it highlights something on the platform and saying, like, this is the trade link. If you don't have any like money in crypto, or you want to start here. And like,
That's
and
cool.
we really want to pave that user experience. And Coinbase does an excellent example of that, right? They're very, very.
The videos you watch and you earn some, little something.
Yeah, exactly. And so we definitely will do like, we could even do like watch these videos and comment, and obviously we don't have as much money as Coinbase that we can give everyone free crypto, but we can do like, every fifth person that watches this can get money, or like, we'll do a drawing, everyone that watches this, so that although they won't get guaranteed money, they can just watch a video for their chance to win some money or something like that. It's about getting creative with our marketing dollars and the amount of money that we have as a company.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, so you guys are not planning on just spending a ton of money on marketing before, the platform is fully to where you guys want it to be, right? Or how are you guys going about the marketing?
Well, we pay marketing every week.
Okay.
We have like a monthly budget for marketing.
Gotcha.
And it is proportional to how much money we're making as a company through the volume on our token, and also the amount of ad revenue that we've gotten. We've been averaging like about 20K in revenue a month, which is pretty good considering how few users we have and that we're not adopted yet, and how much work we
How
still
are you getting that revenue, the 20K a month?
We have multiple sources.
If you don't mind breaking those to me, or
yeah,
if you don't have time, that's cool.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I'd love to. So we are partnered. So partially our thing is we're partnered with DAR token, which is a centralized exchange as well as a decentralized exchange. We're sharing an NFT marketplace that's coming out, hopefully in the next week or so. But because we kind of put and advertise their utility on our platform, we make it really easy for our users to trade with them. They give us a portion of their revenue for doing that. In addition, we have these crypto services partners. We have this page called Crypto Services, and what it is it's almost like a hub for different tokens to find trusted sources for crypto services, such as like listing, marketing, token launches, venture capitalist funding. So we have like one partner for each utility. So say someone wants to launch their own token. On that page, there's going to be the links to find a trusted source that's vetted through our registered business in Texas for them to find all those things that they need to find. So they pay us to be on that page, and we regularly like use our social media presence as well as our Telegram presence to help advertise those other businesses. In addition to that, we have banner ad space at the top of our page when you first log in our homepage.
Yeah.
So tokens pay to be on that banner ad space. It's a similar model to DEX tools in that sense. And through all that, we've been able to generate revenue and prove that we're a company that can continue to do so. And we hope with new development and more adoption over time that revenue is only going to increase. And we put, like we said, all of the money we make from that into buybacks for the token. So essentially, the money goes to the holders, the investors. It doesn't go to us.
Okay, so what do you consider CoinMerge? Is it a brokerage? Is it a centralized or a decentralized, or is it just like a wallet swap function?
I consider it a social media platform.
Okay.
It's like Twitter, it's like Facebook, it's like Telegram, it's like Discord. It's a social media platform that has trading built in.
That's cool.
I guess StockTwits would be an apt example.
Okay.
But the functionality more rivals Telegram. I would say we're most like Telegram, and that's what we're looking to that's what we're looking to kind of compete with for
Telegram is pretty popular. I mean, if this catches on, sheesh.
Yeah, I know. We're definitely going big. You know what I mean? Like anyone can create a swap or an NFT marketplace or something, but we want to go, we're shooting for the moon here. Like seriously. So
Yeah.
Now at the end of the day, Telegram is an amazing platform with amazing functionality. And so it's a lot to compete with in terms of development.
It's been out for a while too.
It's been out for a while, but there's also flaws with it. It's also not built for crypto. And that was kind of like our point, is that if we can get basically what Telegram is and take a lot of their functionality and what makes that great and combine it with everything that makes DEX tools great, and makes Twitter great and makes all these things great, we can make this all in one platform so people don't have to go into 60 different places to do their crypto work. It's just one place. And it's not all or nothing. It's not like Telegram's dead and we kill Twitter for crypto and we kill OpenSea for crypto and we kill DEX tools for crypto. It's just one of those things where, it's like how Reddit can exist at the same time that Facebook exists. At the same time, it's not a zero-sum game. There's going to be users that prefer to use our platform and users that prefer to use the traditional establishment. And the hope is that if we get enough users that prefer to use our platform, that our revenue will go up and we'll be a multi-billion-dollar company. So thanks for jumping in, Mike. Appreciate that, man. Anyone else here have anything to add? Lloyd, any closing notes here? I know you're on the Peloton. Or Yamez.
I'm off now. Gotta go right in. But I don't know. Do we want to talk about maybe the specific CoinMerge chat room, the community chat?
Yeah. So we'll talk about it briefly, but when you join, why don't you talk about it since it's on your mind?
Well, I just don't know. I mean, we're still in the think tank when it comes to this. So, I mean, I can briefly describe what our vision is for it. So, basically, when you go on to the CoinMerge platform, on the left side of version 2, we're going to have the chat list, where you're going to have token/project chats. You're going to have group chats and also direct messages. Well, within the within the token and project chat, at the very top, there's always going to be, for every user that signs up, there's going to be a community chat. So basically, a hangout for everybody that logs in. And so we've been playing around with ideas of this is going to be a specific, an all-encompassing chat for crypto where, people can come in. The vast majority of people are always going to be able to see it. There's means for being able to conduct AMAs, another source for projects to be able to come in and describe to the masses, what their project is, et cetera, et cetera. So basically it'd be a spotlight on whatever project wants to describe, like an AMA. So
I'll take it from here too. Not that you weren't doing a good job. I just it's a community hub where everyone can come and basically just talk. They could talk about Bitcoin. They could talk about the shitcoin that they're invested in, their lottery ticket, meme coin, low cap. And I think that we will use that to advertise to tokens to come in there, to basically say, hey, like, come join CoinMerge, you can shill your token right on this page. And we have a lot of our daily users right there hanging out, seeing the new people that come in, greet them, welcome them into the platform, show them around, listen to them shill their tokens, ask them questions about their tokens. And I think that will catch on because I think a lot of people will be looking, basically, are always looking for a place to shill their tokens. And if we say, come to coinmerge.io, create an account, and shill your token in the community chat room. And that's just the early phases. As Lloyd had mentioned, there's an opportunity over time here where if that room gets to be, 10, 20,000 people deep, and it's a wall of shills, then we'll have to change that idea. But all of a sudden, that room will become very valuable, and we can basically utilize it to do sponsored AMAs on it, or we can voice AMAs, or we can utilize it to to do calls or to allow certain people to display their NFTs, like an NFT hour. There's a lot of things we can do with that community chat. And the most important thing is that when people join CoinMerge.io, they go into that chat and they can say, hey, I'm new here. I'm new to crypto. I want to learn how to use this platform. And, our community will be there to answer them questions and help them get started, and hopefully get them to start by buying CoinMerge tokens. We hope that's everyone's first purchase, but if they don't want to, that's fine. As long as they're using our platform, we love them. We're fans. So I think that about sums it up. When you say, Lloyd? Well,
I mean, we also have
Matt,
some other ideas.
go ahead. What's up?
It was.
All right, you're kind of fading out. And so is Matt. And so Matt, our owner, is here. It says he's connecting. So he might have some trouble logging on and communicating correctly. So I'm going to end this AMA here. I appreciate everyone joining. We're going to spend a little bit more time advertising our next week AMA and basically getting all pretty excited because in a week and a half from now, we're going to be launching the new version of our platform. And it is just night and day. It's like a completely different place. So thank you guys. Any closing words from anyone?
No, I'm just excited. Version 2 is going to, as the young kids say, melt face. Like you said, it's just.
I think so.
Oh shit! I connected my car phone. No, I'm good. Everything's good.